we go. All right, everyone, welcome to WordWise Advanced Toastmasters Club's 67th meeting. A brand new timing, 11:30 to 1:30, and thank you all for joining. We have a full agenda today, and we also have an unidentified Toastmaster of the day, uh, and they will remain unidentified until they start to speak. But I am the president for this year, and it is an honor and privilege to have so many guests with us. First of all, Mr. Abdullah, would you like to introduce yourself once again, formally?
Sure. Thank you so much for accepting me as a guest. My name is Khattab Abdullah. I'm the president of Mosul Toastmasters. It's a new club, new chartered club, and looking forward to see the advanced Karachi Toastmasters Club and learn from the best, obviously. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
Well, thank you for placing so many expectations on all of us. We will learn, and you know, one day we will have a joint meeting with you guys, inshallah. So great to have you. We have we have Toastmaster Irfan Yusuf Qureshi. Toastmaster Irfan, please introduce yourself. Although pretty much everyone knows you, except for our new members. So please introduce. Sir, you're not audible.
He's requesting to move on.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. And we have Toastmaster Latif and Toastmaster Tassim. Please briefly introduce yourselves.
Latif sir, you go first. Are you there?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, as per your time zones. This is Tassim Fatma, Toastmaster Tassim Fatma. I am by profession a digital marketeer and a chatterbox as a person, and a member of two Toastmasters Club. One Karachi Toastmasters Club where I am VPPR, and another is the Class Quantum Club where I am SAA. I'm looking forward to hear you all. I'm very excited for this meeting actually. Over to you, Latif Sahab.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Latif.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Latif. In Toastmasters since last 5 years, member of Bhavan's Toastmasters Club in Kuwait, member of Karachi Toastmasters Club. Sometimes when there is less workload or sometimes I can make it up to the meeting, I always feel comfortable joining Toastmasters meeting because I have only one objective. As I have heard with many people that a good reader is a good leader. And I am somehow changing that perspective of good listener is a good leader. So let me see if I can be a successful, because whenever I pick up a book, I feel sleepy. Over to you, Toastmaster. Or
You're not alone. You're not alone, Toastmaster, please. We have Mr. Imran Nazir Hussain. Mr. Imran, would you like to introduce yourself? You're muted.
Good morning, guys. It is 9:42 here. I'm Imran Nazir, teaching here in Kuwait.
Wow.
Yeah, I was introduced to this session from Mr. Latif. So I'm here to, enjoy, see what you guys have in store for me as well.
Oh, all right, all right. So thank you so much for joining. We have people joining from Kuwait, from Texas, from Karachi, from Islamabad, and Mr. Abdullah, where are you situated right now? I'm asking
Iraq.
you. Iraq. Wow.
Iraq.
Amazing. So thank you so much all for joining. And today's theme is Into the Unknown. And you're all familiar with this phrase because it was a theme song of Frozen 2. And here's one hot take. Into the Unknown circles around Let It Go as a theme song. But it is cruelly underrated and underappreciated. But that's just me. And I'm not the Toastmaster of the day. So let's hand over the charge to our Toastmaster of the day. And let me know if you guys can hear.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Okay. Let me share now.
To the unknown. Life often presents us with challenges and opportunities where the path isn't clear. Sometimes it's a new job, a new city, or simply speaking in front of an audience like this one. Stepping into the unknown can feel daunting, but it's also where growth, learning, and discovery happen. Today, let's embrace this spirit of curiosity and courage as we journey together into the unknown through speeches, evaluations, and impromptu speaking.
This is what you get when nobody takes the Toastmaster of the Day role. Fortunately, we have a human language evaluator. Toastmaster Hadia, please introduce your role and the word of the day.
Hi everyone. So this is my first time taking on this role, but I'll try and do my best. I believe my role entails that I keep an eye out for good vocabulary, good tone, creative usage of words, some grammatical errors as well. And for the word of the day today, I think I have a very fun one. So it's called numinous. It's spelled Numinous. And let me just tell you a bit more about it. So it's an adjective that describes something mysterious, awe-inspiring, or filled with a sense of the divine. It's the feeling you get when you stand beneath a sky full of stars, or when music moves you beyond words, or when you walk into a place that feels sacred or magical. And a few examples would be, the forest had a numinous glow at twilight, or she described her pilgrimage as a numinous experience. So today, I invite you to bring a numinous touch to your speeches, something that feels mysterious, wondrous, or awe-inspiring.
Wow. This is the first time in my life that I'm hearing this word. So thank you, Toastmaster Hadia, for adding a new word to our vocabulary. We'll appreciate if you could also put it in the chat box, right?
Of course, yes.
Yeah. And the timer. Unfortunately, I didn't find a way to automate the timing, so I'll need to do it myself. The timer's role is, of course, to keep time. In Toastmasters, everything is time. So a speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and what I'll be doing is I'll be displaying green at 5, yellow at 6, red at 7. Table topics 1, 1.5, and 2. Evaluations 2, 2.5, and 3. And we have a unique segment called Let's Word It, which is extempore writing, and that is 3 to 5 minutes. So that is 3, 4, and 5. Every time you see the red color, that means you have 31 seconds to wind up your presentation to be eligible for voting. So now it's time to move to the next segment. All right. Once again, let's head to our Toastmaster of the day to introduce the segment.
Asterisk, fellow Toastmasters and guests, it's now time for one of the most creative and engaging parts of our meeting. Let's Word It. In this segment, participants are given a specific topic and asked to craft a short speech of 3 to 5 minutes. It's a wonderful exercise in quick thinking, structuring ideas, and expressing them with clarity and impact. Curating this exciting segment for us today is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Asma Naz, a seasoned speaker, mentor, and leader whose guidance has inspired many of us to push our boundaries. Please join me in welcoming DTM Asma Naz to take us into the unknown with Let's Word It.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I'm really loving it. So, dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests, recently we have celebrated our Independence Day. We showed gratitude towards our freedom fighters and legends like Qaeda Azam, Allama Iqbal, and many more. But we have many unsung heroes around us. Those people are those who didn't make any headlines but shaped lives, communities, and even the destiny of a nation. They could be freedom fighters whose name didn't reach the textbook, or everyday heroes around us, a teacher, a parent, a colleague, or a sanitation worker who never stopped giving. So today in Let's Word It, I would like you to think from your heart and write from your soul. Honor those warriors and think something differently. For today, I have chosen a topic about you and how you think about those unsung heroes. So, my topic is imagine yourself as an unsung hero 5 years from now. Imagine yourself as an unsung hero 5 years from now. What legacy would you want to leave behind? What legacy would you want to leave behind? So now I will invite my Let's Word It writer. Please raise your hands.
A Toastmaster Aisha Lodi is in. Who else would like to attempt? Toastmaster Tehseen is in. Who else? Who else?
I believe Imran and Khatab should get the opportunity also.
Yeah, why not give it a hand, both of you? Why not? You will get like next, let's say, half an hour or so to write a 3 to 5 minute piece on the topic. So if you guys are in, nothing like it. All right.
Yeah, I might give it a try. Yeah, let's see.
Well, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. So we have Toastmaster Aisha, Toastmaster Tessin, Toastmaster Abdullah, Toastmaster Imran. Did I miss anyone? All right. So we have these four speakers. And DJ Asma, if you could repeat the topic once again, that would be great.
Sure, sure. The topic is imagine yourself as an unsung hero 5 years from now. What legacy would you want to leave behind? What legacy would you want to leave behind being an unsung hero 5 years from now?
All right. Thank you so much. So I will give a minute or two for everyone to start writing. And in the meantime, we prepare for our next segment. So Toastmaster, Aisha, you will be evaluating Toastmaster Abdul Rahman, right?
Yes, yes, I will.
Okay, great. So let me introduce, or rather, let me ask our robot friend to introduce the segment.
AI is already taking over our jobs.
Not really, not yet.
No, yeah, it's
Only when we leave a vacuum.
yes, but it was it's really creative and very useful, I think. Yeah.
Thank you. Have two prepared speeches now, and after that, we will be having the recital for the Let's Word segment. So we'll have the table topic, sorry, and after that, we'll have the recital. So plenty of time for everyone to write. It's just a 3 to 5 minute speech. All right. Let's move on.
Asterisk. Our next prepared speech is from the Pathways project, Writing a Speech with a Purpose. This project helps speakers learn how to craft a message that is clear, structured, and impactful, one that connects with the audience and fulfills a specific purpose, whether it is to inform, inspire, or persuade. Delivering this project today is Toastmaster Abdur Rahman. His speech is titled, At the Edge of Curiosity, a title that already sparks our imagination and invites us to explore the unknown corners of thought and discovery. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Abdur Rahman with his speech, At the Edge of Curiosity.
Toastmaster Aisha, would you like to introduce the project first?
Yes, but I'm not sure how to do that. Do I just invite
No, it's okay.
Toastmaster Abdul Rahman?
Well, let me do it. Let me do it, and then you will see, right? So, Toastmaster Abdul Rahman will be attempting his second project from the Pathway Presentation Mastery. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on every topic. The member completing this project is working to write a speech with purpose. The speech they create must be well written and clearly focused. The goal is to meet their express purpose statement with a well executed speech. So, Toastmaster Abdul Rahman, what is your purpose statement for the speech?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here. The purpose of my speech today is to inspire curiosity and the appreciation for the wonders of life and the universe, no matter how little we truly know.
Okay, so Toastmaster Aisha, you heard the purpose, right? So that's your guiding light for the exam sheet. So everyone, put your hands together for Toastmaster Abdul Rahman at the edge of curiosity. At the edge of curiosity, Toastmaster Abdul Rahman.
So do you mind if I stand up? Ladies and gentlemen, what do I talk about? I mean, you guys have already heard the title of the speech. It is At the Edge of Curiosity. But the thing is, I can really make up whatever as I go on and just bring everything together to the base of the title. But that's not what I'm going to do. I have prepared a speech. What am I going to talk about? You see, I have been thinking, and there are a few things that have piqued my interest recently, mainly naming the nature, the universe in itself, and cubing. Well, cubing is a thing of the past, and people even from ancient civilizations would think that it is quite antique. I don't know if that's the right word, but well, let's use it. However, what isn't ancient is the vast majority of the version universe in itself. Sure, it is around 13.8 billion years old, to say the least. However, according to a research study, it has proven to be at the start of its life. See, there's a reason why we can see at the edge of the universe, why we can see outside of Earth. But those all reasons are just us theorizing and making hypothetical scenarios that we want to believe are true because they just sound so true. It's basic core process of science and everything involving observation, hypothesis, experimentation, and theory. Now, I'm not going to get on a tangent and explain to you guys what those things are, but what I am going to get into is how almost everyone says that we have explored more of our space than we have of our oceans. And while that does sound kind of true, we know a lot more about our space than our oceans because you have seen so many pictures and so many videos and documentaries about space. And you've only heard from people that we have discovered around 5% of our oceans. But it goes without saying that we have explored more of our oceans than of space. Let me tell you why. Because like I said before, you never really know what's truly at the edge of the universe. It's basically just theorizing. And as of now, scientists have mapped around 25% of the ocean floor. And only discovered about 5% via human beings or machines or submarines. That is ridiculously low, if you ask me. But on the other hand, the furthest we've gone in space is a man stepping his foot on the moon. I mean, that's also not too far. But I mean, sure, we have the Voyager 1 that went quite a distance, but are we really thinking about a man-made object or are we thinking about a man himself? Because that doesn't really sound fair. That's how far we've been in space. That's not a lot as well, but at least it is good enough for us to think and thank our creator of what a wonderful creation he has made for us, the universe, space, nature, and everything within. His creations are so sophisticated that there's always divine intervention in whatever there is. Now, imagine you are on a very normal Saturday evening, just chilling on your couch, maybe playing video games or reading a book or watching TV. Have you ever once thought about life beyond the ones that you truly love and care about? Maybe ants or, whales or something like that? Probably not. So to give them a little respect, today I'm going to be talking about those things just to kind of show how beautiful nature and life really is. Now, whether that affects you or not, I know personally, I'm just going to go back to my couch this evening and totally forget about those guys because that is the appropriate human nature. You don't really care about things that you don't have to care about. So without further ado, let's start. Now, we're all humans and we have some sort of ambition or affiliation of some sort. And, animals are really, really, really similar to us in that way, except for their amazing sleep schedule, I would say. Especially those types of animals living in the depths of the ocean where light cannot naturally reach. There is a type of shark known as the cookie cutter shark, and it lives at the lowest points of the ocean where you would not expect light or any form of living things. Those types of animals down there also have ambition. They have goals and they have friends in life and everything normal, just like we do. You know what their goal is? Their goal is to find the biggest thing they can find, take a bite out of it, and brag to their friends about what they've caught. Because if you think about it, at the bottom of the ocean floor, if you're looking above you, all you would see is just silhouettes and the shadows of the bigger creatures and objects that are above you, because that's how physics works, right? So you see, what they will do is, the cookie cutter sharks, they would tell their friends about that one specific shadow they have been following, and tell them about how it is their plan of attack to kind of go grab a bite of their meat and do it for all glory and fame. That they only do because it is cool to them. They could literally survive on anything else, maybe eat another fish or something of sorts, and live normally, but they make it their main diet to attack the bigger things from underneath because they think it is so cool and they want to chase that clout. Sometimes they mistake their prey or their hallmark prey for a submarine, and it doesn't end well, but sometimes it does as well. It's the best decision of their life because they get the fame they've always wanted. Moving on, we have ants. Now, I've recently found out these guys are my roommates and it's so fascinating to learn about them because their colonies are interesting in a way we would have never thought about. Ants have entire political systems running underground we have never thought of. For instance, if an ant finds food, it would go and tell its buddies to come grab the food with it. But while it's doing that, another third party, let's say a cockroach or something, would steal the food and go away. Once the ants get back, they would be furious and shocked of thinking maybe that specific ant betrayed them and wasted their time and energy, and there could be a possible attack on the queen. Then they would kill that ant and call it a murderer or an imposter. That is insane. That is politics, if you ask me. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have got sharks fighting submarines for clout, ants running entire political systems, and us human species that have no idea what's at the bottom of our ocean floor. What I'm trying to say is life is weird. It's big, it's small, and it hits at you from all different angles, and it's kind of complicated. And if that doesn't make any sense, it doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't have to, because it's ours. And if that's not worth talking about, then I don't know what is. So thanks for having me here and listening. And now I'm going to go back to my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abdul Rahman, for that quick whiz through the life, the universe, and everything. Now it is time for the next segment of the meeting.
Asterisk. Our next prepared speech comes from the Pathways project, Writing a Speech with a Purpose. The speaker delivering this project is Toastmaster Hadiya Marfani, joining us from Texas, USA. Her speech is titled, Welcoming Whimsical, to help us better understand the objectives of this project, and later provide his evaluation, we have Toastmaster Mohammed Asghar, a seasoned Toastmaster and a bureaucrat serving in the Balochistan government. I now invite Trademark Mohammed Asghar to kindly share the objectives of this speech with us.
Thank you very much for generous phrase. Some of them were exaggerated, but thank you for calling my name. I think you have done the required job. I merely repeat what you said. Um, uh, DTM Tala, who is she, by the way? Is she among us or?
Uh, you'll learn soon enough.
Okay, so but it's pleasure to see my target speaker in front of me at least, Hadia. Hadia is going to speak with us our project, speech writing with purpose. The objective of the speech is to learn or review basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose. So please welcome Hadia Marfani. The title of the speech, Welcoming Whimsical. I hope I'm not her target funny way or whimsical. A funny way, either a funny way, a satirical way, whatever. I mean, the stage is yours.
Can I start?
Yes.
Okay. It is said that the journey is better than the destination. And as someone who loves long drives and staring out the window, looking at houses that I'm never going to live in, counting cars, and just thinking for 10 hours straight, I agree. Yes, the journey is much better than the destination. But for once in this speech, I will disagree with that statement and say that this journey is gonna pale extremely in it's gonna extremely pale in comparison to the destination. Because the journey is unfortunately gonna be listening to me speak, while the destination is going to be reuniting with childlike wonder and whimsy. On this numinous journey, we will be unlocking the secret to why kids are always so happy. And no, it is not because they don't have responsibilities. The big secret is that they possess childlike wonder and whimsy. They have the coveted ability to to be amazed by the simplest things. They're constantly challenging a sense of awe. They approach the world with open eyes and find joy in the smallest things, like an ice cream trip, or a new box of crayons, or 10 extra minutes of screen time, and so on and on. But the good news is that this ability is not reserved for kids. We all have that ability, and we just need to relearn it. Now, you must be wondering, why do we need to relearn this? We're adults here. I'm not yet, but we're all adults here. So the reason that we need to relearn this is because it's going to provide you with an optimistic approach to life. It is going to train you to be more resilient in the face of stress. It is going to enhance your creative and imaginative abilities, and so many more benefits are going to come out of embracing childlike wonder. And I was watching this TikTok the other day, and it was all about whimsical. So I was going through the comment section, and so many people had filled it up with little things that they find whimsical. Someone said that they scream Happy New Year every time the microwave timer goes off because, 3, 2, 1, and then they scream. Someone else said that they keep bubbles in their car when they're stuck in traffic. Someone else said that they like to drink water out of little wooden bowls because it makes them feel like they're being nursed back to health by forest spirits, which I found so cute and very cool. And one thing I noticed in all of these comments, one thing that these comments had in common was that all of these people were making their happiness a priority and they were actively chasing it. Because I have found in my personal experience, happiness tends to play hard to get. It makes you chase it. And so the next time you accidentally spill some coffee, instead of letting it ruin your day, I recommend just screaming cut and then next scene, move on. So, my recommendation would be to jump in puddles more often, stop to admire flowers, take as many pictures as you can, and wave to pigeons, give life to inanimate objects, treat babies like they're CEOs, and have proper serious conversations with them. Trust me, they reply. They know what's going on. They know what's going on. And look at the plethora of shapes and colors in the clouds. The other day I found this. Well, the other day I saw Gru from the Minions movie. I also saw this weird creature. It had a head of a cockroach and then was also an elephant at the same time. So you get to see all of these wonderful things in the cloud when you really look for them. And take time to color. Tell your dishes it's bath time. You're not doing a chore, it's bath time. And when you see a spider just um, doing its art, say, big fan of your work, sir. And next time you're peeling a garlic, before you peel it, ask, may I please take your coats? And so, yeah, build rituals, not habits, because rituals are sacred. You can customize them. You can extract as much happiness as you want from them. They will be something that's just for you. And life is already serious enough as it is. I believe it needs some silly, it needs some fun, some whimsy, and some wonder. Of course, I'm not saying ignore the world's problems and quit your job to color all day or just stare at the sky. What I'm saying is that all of these problems have always existed and they will continue to exist. What you can do, what you and I can do, is find a way to coexist with them instead of existing in them. So treat yourself after a hard day, choose the positive perspective. Remember that if you wear red tinted glasses, all you're gonna see is red. So really you're the one who chooses what glasses you want to wear. Keep your glass half full and grab life literally by its neck and show it who's boss. What happens to you might be out of your control, but how you deal with it is most definitely all in your control. You're literally cradling it in your hands. Your mood is for you to decide. Your happiness is for you to chase and for you to keep all by yourself. And just a quick reminder, childlike does not mean childish. So go blow bubbles and skip around for a minute or two. I think it's gonna help with the stress. And I believe life is gray enough as it is. And so let's all just gather our color pencils and make it a big, beautiful, sparkling rainbow and smile a bit more. That's all for my speech for today. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hadia, for that whimsical journey. And I really, really loved how you describe ways to find joy in the smallest of things. And I think one thing that one should be mindful of is that perhaps if we enjoy ourselves, we are at the risk of getting ridiculed and getting made fun of. But I believe it's high time we start caring about that. So now let's go to the next segment. And let's go to our TMOD to introduce.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, it's now time for one of the most exciting parts of our meeting, the table topics session. This is the segment where we practice thinking on our feet. Participants will be given a surprise topic and asked to speak on it for 1 to 2 minutes. The green signal will appear at 1 minute, the yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red at 2 minutes. You may speak anywhere between 1 and 2 minutes, but please try not to go under or over time. To add a creative twist, let me remind you of our word of the day, numinous. It means having a strong spiritual or mysterious quality that inspires awe or wonder. For example, you might say, standing under a starry night sky can feel like a numinous experience. I encourage all speakers to use this word in their responses today. Now, curating and leading this session for us is a Toastmaster who has already impressed us with his enthusiasm and dedication. Not only has he prepared a speech today, but he has also stepped up to take on this impromptu speaking role, a wonderful example of courage and commitment. Please join me in welcoming our table topics master, Toastmaster Abdur Rahman.
Guys, thank you so much for having me. I'm going to get straight to the point. We have 6 table topics, and I want to appoint a few people to speak on them. First of all, we have Toastmaster Meher Tanveer. Then we have Toastmaster Abdullah, followed by Toastmaster Tahseen Fatma, Toastmaster Samreen Mukhtar, and Toastmaster Kashif. These guys are going to be speaking on a few things that I would appoint individually. Toastmaster Abdullah, you have to prepare for too many notifications. Toastmaster Tahseen Fatma, you have to prepare for.
Wait. You don't give away the topics to everyone.
Acha.
Yeah. Then where's the impromptu speaking, right? So you just give the topic to the first speaker.
Okay.
And Toastmaster Meher has asked not to participate. She's just attending. So
it's okay. It's totally fine.
Oh, the problem is I didn't hear mine. He said my name, but I didn't hear mine.
Yeah, no worries.
Problem is I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just reading out of this.
Toastmaster Abdurrahman, can you come a little bit closer to the microphone? And now
the microphone is, I think. Okay. Can you hear me now? I think I should speak
a little bit clearer. Try to speak a little bit slowly.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I heard my name. Is it my turn to deliver the speech? Is it that?
I
heard my name.
You're just being enlisted right now, but not your turn yet.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. So go ahead, Abdurrahman.
So we have people speaking for table topics. Toastmaster Abdullah, Toastmaster Tahseen Fatima, Toastmaster Samreen Mukhtar, Toastmaster Kashif, and that's it. Toastmaster Kashif. Who do I give the topics to?
Now you just call the first speaker and give them the topic.
Okay. Do I just choose at random? Toastmaster Samreen Mukhtar, I would like to appoint you for the first speaking of this table topics.
Okay.
The title you are chosen for is Finding the Truth Online.
I think the last time I slept at 10 p.m. was when I was in 8th grade. But then I joined during my 11th and 12th standard. I started to study late in the night. And then I stepped into the world of software, where nobody sleeps at night. Everyone works on the late assignments and the quizzes and everything during the night. And half awake, half slept, in sometimes our PJs, we would end up at the university. And somebody was lying under the tree, other was just crouching on their laptop in the lab, because we all were night owls. And that habit did not leave me even through all my job or the professional life. I still sleep very late at night. But now I do not do assignments and I do not prepare for quizzes. But I go down this rabbit hole. Sometimes I am looking for that why exactly were pyramids made like this, and who made them, and where did they get this technology? And now because of the AI, we also get all the videos that this is how they must have made it. Sometimes I go out in the space and I see that how the astronauts are actually washing their hair when the water will not only stick to their hair, so they have to wash their hair with a little bit of water and the shampoo, and they have to keep it right under their hands, otherwise the water will float away. These are the truths or the curiosities and the rabbit holes that I go online for, and not once, not twice. These are the story of my life and the story of the late night. They don't even stop at space or through the depths of the sea or the pyramid, but I have also went down the rabbit hole of why biryani was made for the Mughals and how it came to us as the main dish. So yeah, this is all the truth that I have found online. And I'm glad that now AI is here to assist with me with all of the videos. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mukhtar, for your thing, speaking of the topic. That was really relatable. Everything you just said, that is you literally basically talking about me, how I would spend my daily life. I would go down like various rabbit holes, including the pyramid one, because I had a YouTuber I watched and he was really much into pyramids. And yeah, that was really well done. Thank you so much for your time. Now, moving on, we have Toastmaster Abdullah, and I want to appoint you for the title of Slowing Down Your Mind.
Abdullah, did you hear your title?
Yeah, I did. I'm just preparing myself. Thank you so much, table topic master. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Dear fellow Toastmasters, it's quite an honor to be here with you today. Flow my mind. Actually, the mind itself is numinous experience to have for human beings. The mind that has been developed since ages and years, and you can see Allah's hand in that creation. You make you wonder what else is there. I listened to Toastmaster Abdurrahman's words about the creation of the universe and the weird animals that we have. And it kept me wondering, what is there into the unknown as the theme and the title of the day announce itself for us to embrace the journey to the unknown. Ladies and gentlemen, it makes me great wonder the philosophy and the questions that we have today. It's actually better than having the answers, because for me, building a human mind is much better than building a structure or a building. All the way from Mosul to Karachi, I think the idea is having us the same chai at 8 a.m., laughing together and having a good time, and also learning. Numerous moments to be shared with Karachi Toastmasters, the club. The idea behind it is that the philosophy itself makes you an oh moment, and also meeting friends with connections to have for the future, for life. It's unbelievably amazing. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, or Table Topics Master. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abdullah, for your thing. That was really nice. I mean, wow, you are really philosophical. Maybe you should be a scholar or something. I mean, are you even sure you're in the right club? Anyways, moving on. Last but not least, we have Toastmaster Tehseen Fatma. And for you, I have appointed the topic of feeling smart, but not really.
Sorry, can you please repeat the topic for me?
The topic is feeling smart, but not really.
Feeling smart, but not really.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. The topic is very, I owe it. Even smart, but not really. In most of the time, I thought, when I was a student, actually, I thought, especially in my graduation time, oh, I am shining. I am getting so good grades. I am the topper of the entire province. Oh, exams are 3 months ahead. No issue. I will start reading, studying 1 month before. And then exactly 1 month before, okay, still there is 1 month. I will do that after 10 days. Oh, still there are 21 days. I will do that after 10 days. And then the time came when actually my exams were just 5, 6 days ahead, and most of the topics were totally unopened or unpracticed to me. And I do remember one of my statistics topic, which actually I didn't even open throughout the year. And after 2 days, I had my examination. And I was like, OMG, this is how smart you are. You are the most idiot person in world. You are the most laziest person in world, living in some fantasy, and then all night, all day, and crying, and my teachers are helping, and my amma is helping, and okay, it's okay, and my father is scolding, and then I'm studying, and finally I'm appearing and showing up, and of course I didn't get the score I envisioned, because of course it is not something that I can study overnight and become a star. But so that actually taught me I am smart in many things, but rarely, not always. Over to you, table topic master of the day.
Thank you, Tahsin Fatma, for expressing your feelings and how you thought you were smart, but not really, but then you finally never let yourself down. You actually are speaking for the majority of people who were born after you. So it was very relatable, but yeah, the main thing to take back here is never let yourself down, always believe in yourself. Because you are smart, you just don't know what you are smart for the right thing. It's going to take time to come out. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
One thing I actually knew that I'm not smart in reading the entire syllabus overnight.
It's relatable.
Thank you so much. Everyone, please vote for the best table topic speaker. There were three, right, Abdurrahman?
Yes, there were three. We had Samreen Mukhtar, Tahsin Fatma, and Abdullah.
Right. So everyone, please vote. And in the meantime, let's summon our mysterious Toastmaster of the day. Wait.
And now, dear Toastmasters and guests, we come to a segment that tests not just our speaking, but our imagination and our writing. Let's word it as our extempore writing contest, a space where thoughts are born in the moment, crafted into words during this very meeting, and delivered to us as fresh creations. Each speech will be 3 to 5 minutes long, shaped from the topic Unsung Heroes. Heroes who walk quietly among us, whose names may never grace the headlines, yet whose deeds light up lives in silence. Curating this inspiring segment for us is a leader, mentor, and guide, distinguished Toastmaster Asmanaz. Friends, let us open our hearts, sharpen our ears, and welcome the voices of our writers today, as we celebrate the poetry of the unsung.
Thank you. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Aisha for her creativity and what she has written for us. Let's welcome Toastmaster Aisha.
Thank you, Toastmasters Asma. Can you just give me a second?
Yes, sure.
I hope this is better. Sorry, the machine was on in the other room.
Fine.
All right. Um, so the topic today was imagine yourself as an unsung hero 5 years from now, and what legacy would you leave behind? Right. So there's a lot of things that I would like to do in the next 5 years. And when I think about all those things, it's quite a lot. But today I'd like to talk about just touch on a few of those. The first thing that I would want to do is to be a safe doctor and to be a doctor with whom patients always feel comfortable and always feel satisfied with. I hope I can I can improve the culture where doctors in general try and do better at listening to patients and actually helping patients with their life and well-being instead of simply prescribing medications. I know it's a difficult task for doctors, but I hope I can play some role in making it easier for both doctors and their trainers, and just improve the whole environment around this. And also about mental health, I think most of you know that I'm very passionate about mental health, and I would also like to play a part in resolving all the taboos and all the shames surrounding mental health. And I also wish to come up with a way in which people can better take care of their mental health instead of relying on external resources, because we do face a lot of issues when when people are depending on external resources and those resources are not actually fulfilling or really doing their part. And we see this time and time again that we end up with bad results. And I'm sorry if this is sounding too gloomy, but yeah. And yes, I hope that I can make the world a kinder place where there's more acceptance and less hatred towards one another, towards someone who's different, towards someone who might come off as weird or a little strange. And yes, and I also wish, the final thing it would be to make this world, to make the environment around me at least a lot more safer and peaceful for women. And I often think of all the feminist movements that have happened, that have made the world a better place for us today. And I think of the women who had the strength, courage, and wisdom to do that. And I hope I can be one of them as well. And there's a lot of problems surrounding women in different parts of the world, including our country, where women cannot even speak up about their own health conditions. So they won't even give their own history, and their husbands or someone else will come and give that. And I just want this to slowly end. And I want women to at least be a person that can speak up when they're in the doctor's clinic and tell us about their own bodies and about their own conditions, And yeah, so I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aisha, for sharing your thoughts and writing from your heart. If I think of about what you have said and I reflect on what you have uh, uh, told us about your passion, that how you want to live being an unsung hero, that you are totally empathetic and very sensitive towards what the environment is and how doctors treat the individuals and they don't listen to the patients. You have beautifully uh, crafted the about whole scenario, and you have also told us about the mental health, that this is the most important element. And I truly understand how sensitive you are, and you are thinking about the women empowerment and making women stronger, that they can not be left behind and they can share their problems openly. Thank you so much, Aisha, for sharing your thoughts. And indeed, you will be an unsung hero when I see you in the future, the legacy you are going to leave behind. Thank you. And now I would like to invite Toastmaster Tahseen. Toastmaster Tahseen.
Second, please. Am I audible to everyone? I just wanted to confirm.
Not very loud, it's very slow.
Okay, just 1 second. Just 1 second, please. Huh? Okay, am I better now? Am I audible? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So, timer, please start my time from now. Okay. Allow me to ask a deeply personal question. What is the recent most act of kindness you did? Can someone want to share the recent most act of kindness? Okay, yes, Talha bin Hamid, please.
But motorcycle rider broke the signal and crossed me while my signal was green, and I spared their lives.
Beautiful, beautiful. That shows a great human inside you. Well, coming to my side, let me share mine. I gave a homemade, freshly cooked, aromatic biryani to a child who was cleaning someone's luxury car to earn bread for his family. The smile made my day. I still imagine him standing in front of me and passing his beautiful smile directly and radiantly. Famous heroes leave names in history. Unsung heroes leave footprints in hearts. And he did the same, cleaning others' cars, dirty all over, but smiling radiantly. Once I thought, 5, 10, 15 years from now, when no one remembers my name, what will they remember about myself? Suddenly, the legendary Sufi singer's Qawwali hit my brain. ढूंढोगे अगर मुल्को मुल्को मिलने के नहीं कामयाब नायाब हैं हम. Even I will translate it in English for my other fellows. Even if you search across all the lands, you will not find us, for we are rare and one of a kind. But what I have done in my life to claim that? Have I made any difference quietly without seeking recognition and without posting 100 pictures on Instagram? Since my parents passed away, 90% of the time I had no shoulder to cry on, no ears to hear my silent cries, no hand to pat my back and say, keep moving, girl, You are born to rise and shine. These are timely captures. A bed of roses is waiting for you. But it never happened. There was no one. Then I started thinking of how I want people to feel because of me, not about me or for me. I repeat, because of me, not about me or for me. Inspired, supported, empowered, and a ray of hope were the answers I got from my inside. I want them to feel these things about myself after 5, 10, 15 years from now. And here comes my new experience when the world was in a dark era of COVID-19, when despair, loss, grief, death, heartbreak was all over. That time, I worked on a concept. Today, I want to show that. Created a website and social media handles. I'm going to share that one of the social media handle in the chat after my speech. I called it Let's Talk. The concept behind was, in my darkest times, I had no one to talk to. But I am not a doctor. I'm not a sociologist. I am not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I cannot recommend any official medicine to anyone or likewise. But what I have is my time, my shoulder, my ears, and my genuine feeling of their pain, which is relatable. Whether you are struggling with stress, anxiety, relationship issues, academic performance stress, talk to me. I am no one to you and you are no one to me. And I promise that I will sustain this privacy. There will be a 30-minute Zoom call where both of us will remain unidentical. Our identities will be hidden. Speak, yell, scream, cry, bring all the pain out. I won't interrupt. Once you are done, you yourself will be in the position to think about the way out. I cannot give you a way out. I cannot suggest you any medicine. You will do it at your own once all exaggeration is out. So this was the main idea. And I'm sure it is relatable to the most of you. At times, we are afraid and hesitant to speak to our parents, siblings, friends, teachers, and even to our spouses about the war going on inside of us. Oh, what they will think of us. Oh, I will become a joke in the family. Oh, what she will think of me. Oh, what he will think of me. At times, we are going through these things. And in that particular time, we need a stranger who can listen to us and who will not tell our story to our circle. So that was the idea. I did it. I ran ads on Facebook. I got a lot of appointments because it was absolutely free of cost. I was doing it only for the community well-being. I don't want it to earn a single penny from it. Because I know even most of us in these situations cannot afford 5,000, 10,000 bucks for a single session to a therapist. I know that because I have been into that situation as well. So this is the message I have for all of you. Feel the pain. Speak to them. Listen to them. And even if they have made blunders, sins, crime, be kind to them. This is the most important and valuable thing you can leave to them. So, Madam Toastmaster, as per the topic, 5 years from now, I may not be remembered as a hero, but if someone somewhere silently thank me for making their journey a little easier, that will be my legacy. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tehjeen, for sharing this. You are indeed a very brave girl. And the way you felt, the way everything just, what I say, you had so much hard things, and life tested you very cruelly. But indeed, you shine, and you have proven everyone that how brave you are and how you are going to deal with what you have gone through, you have dealt with. You will be allowing people to overcome those difficult times, and this is really amazing. I have people in my circle, my friends, and you know what I used to do with them? I i will tell them to write everything that is coming into your mind, just write on papers. One of my friend filled with 2 3 copies, and I didn't say that don't share it with me. I said just read it loud, and things become easier. Yes, indeed, we need an ear to listen, a shoulder to cry, and this is a very good legacy that indeed everyone will be uh, following, and everyone will be cherishing what you have done to them. Thank you so much, Tahseen. And
Thank you
now
so
I
much,
would,
Toastmaster Asma. Sorry for the interruption. I know journaling helps a lot, and I do a lot of journaling as well. But we are human, and we need to be heard. I
yeah,
have
yeah.
uh, I have shared the link of that thing which I started in the COVID, and I would like you not to follow it, but to do something, some kind of it, so you will leave a legacy behind. And thank you so much for listening to me. I know I am overtimed as always, but thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
No problem, no problem. So, and indeed, there are people who came to my mind that who will be needing your this Let's Talk link. So, inshallah, I'll be sharing with everyone. And now I would request Toastmaster Khatab Abdullah. Toastmaster Khatab Abdullah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asma. Dear fellow Toastmasters, honorable guests, it's really hard for me now to picture myself 5 years uh, from now as an unsung hero after listening to the biryani of Toastmaster Tahsin, which melts my heart away. I mean, it's amazing to hear all of the amazing stories of the unsung hero. So for me, it's not the one with capes or flying cars. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one who survives the chaos of Mosul streets, and I'm sure that you've heard of it. It's pretty much insane. Still looks like I have a plan, sometimes maybe, but my legacy, it won't be in status or rewards. It will be in laughs. Laughs shared over stories told about that time I tripped over a curb and turned it into a motivational speech. And the moment where we all realized that together life is messy, loud, and hilarious. And you know, that's okay because it's amazing to have a day and at least a day to call it an numinous day. Uh, for me, that day, I can see it in the smiles of children. I can see it in the chaos of Baghdad streets, you know, just trying to dodge a speeding rickshaw or somehow make it to my destination with my tea intact. So those moments, my friends, are exactly the kind of numinous heroism, let's say, or let's call it, I want to leave behind. I want people to remember me as the guy who can walk into any room, even Karachi Toastmasters Club, conf confused, slightly late, maybe holding my tea as shaking and shaking, you know, and somehow trying to make everyone feel Yeah, well, he's good, okay? Or at least he's trying to be, you know, because being unsung hero isn't about fame, or at least for me, it's about connection. And my win today in Karachi Toastmasters Club is making connection. If we laugh together, the chaos, and if we survive together, I guess that's a legacy worth leaving. 5 years from now, I hope someone tells a story in this club, tells, well, remember Abdullah, that guy who talked about Mosul and Karachi? Well, somehow he made it. He made it as a numinous moment. That for me is everything. And that, my friends, will be my legacy. A bond across cities, Texas and Karachi and Mosul, cultures and streets, messy, chaotic, hilarious, and entirely unforgettable. Uh, that is the legacy that I want to leave behind. That's it for me. You've been absolutely lovely. Toastmaster Asma, back to you.
Thank you so much, Khatab, for sharing your story. Indeed, when there is chaos and people are running here and there and facing the challenges, we need to be uh, we need to be the person who helps others, because we cannot run from what is happening. We have to take care of everyone, and being last means a lot, because you are the person who is taking care of every single person, and people are feeling safe with you. So thank you so much for sharing your story. And indeed, you are a great man, and we will always be remembering your efforts. Thank you. Now I would request Toastmaster Imran Nazir. Toastmaster Imran Nazir.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Asma. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay. Today, I'm gonna hold on. Okay. Today, the topic is imagine yourself as an unsung hero from 5 years from now. What a legacy you will leave. The stories I have heard, mashallah, alhamdulillah, oh, that's so beautiful and so inspiring at the same time. I mean, I'm an athlete, so I have my own story that I would like to share. Uh, okay, here we go. And the title, The Change Starts With Me. So imagine yourself 5 years from now, not on the stage, not in the headlines, not holding trophies, medals, or certificates, but standing in the quiet moment of life, knowing you made a difference, even though no one else saw it. That's the kind of hero I would like to be. Not a celebrity hero, not a social media hero, but an unsung hero. I mean, we all dream of a better world, fairer, kinder, more united. But here's the truth I have learned. You cannot change the world until you change yourself. The change definitely is, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. For sure, it's not going to be easy. It starts small. It starts in the moment nobody sees. It starts when you decide, I will do better. I can do better, and I will do better. Like 5 years ago, you can say I had my own battles. I was a junkie, lazy, doing my own thing, didn't matter what's going on. Going through a lot of social media. This guy, I hope you guys know David Goggins. I was kind of interested on what was going on there. He was in the military. He was a big fat kid. And then suddenly, after maybe quite a while, he has records that's 1,000 pull-ups. I'm like, how the hell? So he has this famous quotes, like one of them are, don't finish when you're tired. You're only finished when you're done. That is number one. And then he says, embrace the suck. That's number two. And this Toastmaster Aisha had mentioned mental toughness. It's a lifestyle. I was like, okay. So, and has me being an athlete, I came across so many athletes, and you can see emotions running through them during a workout, during a session, running sprints, tiredness, everything comes out. So there is this one particular guy. I mean, come on, man. There's no emotions at all. You're tired, you're still okay. You're dying, it's still fine. It doesn't. I'm like, wow, that's something I would like to change in me as well. You kind of notice the good things here and there, and then you're like, oh, I need to at least embrace these kind of situations where I understand what's going on. So it is definitely a mental toughness. Yeah, I mean, you have to, put it in your mind every now and then. No, you can, you have to push through this, you have to push through this. So yeah, I worked on my habits, I held myself accountable. I started saying yes for opportunities that actually scared me, and no to excuses. I mean, you're too comfortable in a place. So the growth starts when you're actually uncomfortable. So that's where you start growing, you start embracing new ideas, embracing new, what you can say, yeah, lifestyle. So and slowly the world around me began to shift, a little bit here and there. I could see changes. That was kind of nice to see, like, wow, things around me are changing just because I am changing with them. Yeah, I definitely showed up differently. Now, you see, being an unsung hero doesn't mean doing something huge and getting famous for it. It means doing the things the right way, even when nobody's noticing. It means like planting seeds of kindness, courage, and hope around you with your family, your friends, your coworkers, and without needing to be there when there's a bloom. That's how I feel about it, and that's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Back to you, uh, Toastmaster Asma. Yeah,
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
yeah,
Indeed, becoming the better version of ourselves is something that is most important. And planting the seeds of kindness, it always matters. The quotes that you've shared is that don't finish when you're tired. It's finished when you're dead. Wow, it hit me hard. It is sometimes that we have a passion, we have a plan, and we want to achieve it, but sometimes it happens that we have struggles and we think that okay, uh, we can't do it more. But this quote will I will always remember, that it is never finished until you are dead. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, for your amazing ideas about how by becoming ourselves a better version, we can do a lot more than we can think. Having a hero who have the social media presence and everywhere is not important. Being unsung and becoming a better version and impacting the life of our loved ones is most important. So thank you so much. And now I would like to move on our next speaker, Kashif Kidwai. Kashif, you are here?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Kashif.
So I was really moved by hearing everyone's stories. Most of the people talked about helping others, um, and Tehsin's Toastmaster Tehsin's story especially. I was going to talk about something else, but when she asked that what act of kindness have you done recently, let me share with you my act of kindness. So whenever I go out to buy provisions to a store which is just outside my building, there are a lot of stray dogs and cats in that area. And so I'm always looking out to see if there are any stray dogs and cats who I can feed when I go there. And there is one dog in particular who looks like he is in a lot of pain. There are patches of hair which is missing from his skin. And so that dog is my favorite. And whenever I come across him, he doesn't look too happy because of his condition. So I am especially looking out for him, and I will go and I'll buy a pack of food, and I will feed him. Or if he is not there, then I look for some cats and I feed them. Now, why am I telling you this story? It is not, I don't want to boast here, very honestly. I wrote something this morning, so let me read it out. Another change that is coming in me is humility. How can I take credit for anything that is good within me? How can I take credit for my charity, for my possessions, for my behavior, for my devotion, for my discipline? All good things come from Him. I see it myself every day. When I had no awareness in my previous life, I was proud. I may have been proud of many of these things, but now it would be disingenuous. It would be dishonest for me if I take credit for anything that is good within me, because it all comes from Him. As for the bad, the anger, the envy, the impatience, the fear, all those I must take credit for, because all those come from my own mind. This is something which I've been thinking about, and I wrote it this morning. Going back, what Toastmaster Tehseen discussed and talked to us about today, I was also reminded of this book, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. I'm sure all of you have heard about this book. It is a book about the experiences of the Holocaust survivors from the camps. And there is one line in particular in this book, which for me, it is the highlight. I remember it, not the exact line, but let me share it. What he says is, and I will paraphrase it, is that anything can be taken away from a man. We can take away all his freedom, but one thing can never be taken away from a man: the ability to choose our attitude in any circumstance. And when he says this, he's talking about, he also says that there are people in the camp who, despite their circumstances, who are offering a helping hand to others, who take their last piece of bread and offer it to another person who is going through something terrible. And he is also going through, because everyone is in that situation together. And so that line, that it is our attitude which we choose in any condition, which was the highlight for me in that particular book. And so when we talk about legacy is a big word, and I don't think that I have any ambitions of grandeur now. Those have all, maybe in my previous life I had, but not anymore, because we have a brief life. We are here for a brief moment, and we don't know when our time will be up. So I think it is important to live this in a way that we can be of help to others. Ambitions are not, I wouldn't say ambitions are not important, but to me, I think they have lost a lot of their charm, a lot of their meaning, because I will close with this. I remember I heard it from Chandler Bing of Friends fame. He went through a lot of difficult time. He was an addict, and he always remained an addict, and he died from his addiction. But he did gain a understanding of life, and he said that, even if all of your dreams come true, And we all think that if one day our dreams come true, then that would be a great day. But he says that even if for me, my dreams came true when I landed that job, and everything was there. He had a lot of wealth from that. But even if all our dreams come true, that still doesn't fill in the void, and the void is always there within us, and the void can only be filled when we get that understanding, when we adopt that attitude where we don't live our life only for selfishness, but also when we start thinking about helping others. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kashif, for giving us the reality check. And I completely agree what you have said that about that Chandler being that when you have everything in your life, still you are not fulfilled, and there is a void always. Yes, helping the helping people is always important, but helping those animals who need our support is indeed a great help. Now, I would like to close my session, and I would thank every.
I think, Didi Masma, we have one possible participant. Can you?
Okay.
Toastmaster
Yeah.
Shazia Nazim.
Okay, Toastmaster Shazia. Toastmaster.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Should I start?
Sure.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank Toastmaster Latif for the warm welcome and inviting me to Karachi Toastmaster stage, where I had the privilege of hearing so many unsung heroes share their stories. Each voice I heard tonight reminded me of the legacy isn't about spotlight or status. And standing here among such inspiring individuals humbles me deeply as I reflect on my own journey. I come from humble beginnings. No fancy degrees stamped my worth. No shortcuts paved my path. But what I did have, and I still hold dear, is the belief that quiet strength, unseen efforts, and kindness behind closed doors can create waves that lasts. 5 years from now, you may not find me on a stage under bright lights or on the cover of a magazine, but perhaps quietly, I'll be where I've always belonged, behind the scene, steering change, empowering voices, and holding space for others to rise. I have never craved a spotlight, to be honest. What I craved is impact. Not the kind that shouts, the kind that stays. Because I have learned through years of working on the world of hospitality and leadership that presence often matters more than performance. That's the smallest act done with the greatest heart can leave the deepest legacy. When I think of legacy, I don't picture a trophy or a title. I picture people. The young woman who once doubted herself, now confidently leading a team because I reminded her that her softness is her strength. The colleague who was unheard in a room full of egos, who found their voice because I made them space for them to speak. My child, my son, who watched his mother juggle life with quiet resilience and came to believe that courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, try again tomorrow. You see, 5 years from now, I don't want people to say she built a brand. I want them to say she built people. And I didn't build by commanding. I built by listening, by leading with integrity, even when it was inconvenient, by trusting in the unseen seeds that in time would bloom. Hospitality taught me something profound. You can fake genuine care. You can't fake genuine care. People feel it. They remember how you made them feel long after they have forgotten what you have done. That's how I've chosen to lead, not with control, but with connections. Because sometimes being the unsung hero means showing up when you're tired, lifting up others while carrying your own invisible weight, and still choosing purpose over praise. So what legacy would I leave? A legacy of compassion, not just in boardrooms, but in every conversations. A legacy of courage, not just in bold moves, but in quiet choices. A legacy of change, not just through strategies, but through sincerity. And maybe 5 years from now, no one will remember my name. But maybe, just maybe, they'll remember how they felt me in my presence, how they felt in my presence. That would be enough. That would be everything. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Shazia, for stepping up and sharing your thoughts. And I'm really delighted to listen to you. And if, what you were saying is I have deeply felt that indeed you are living what you are saying. That and presence often matters than performance. Wow. So in the field of hospitality, yes, we can't fake genuine care. Everybody will understand. But the way you are dealing with everyone and you are lifting everyone's life, you are leading with listening, not directing. This is how great leaders are and how they have built everyone around them. Thank you so much. And with that, I would like to end my Let's Word It session. And I'm really glad that I chose this topic and everyone came up with their heart. And this was an amazing session indeed. One of the best sessions. Thank you, everyone. Let's get back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, DT Masma. I think your topic deserves thorough credit. It stirred something inside each one of the speakers, and they poured their heart out in a manner that I have not seen. So please vote, and you're all asked to rate each and every speech. And in the meantime, let's hand over the charge to our Toastmaster of the day. Meantime, please vote. Let's share.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we now arrive at that moment of truth, the general evaluation, where our speeches are weighed, our timings are checked, our language is polished, and our meeting as a whole is given a thoughtful review. Hosting this crucial segment is a speaker of flair and fire, a podium finisher in Pakistan's National Public Speaking Championship 2024. And if you ever think he's not around, don't worry. There's a trick that sound. Just say, "Where is Latif? Where is Latif? Where is Latif?" And like magic, he appears, ready to sprinkle wisdom, wit, and wonder. Friends, let's welcome our general evaluator, the ever-present, never-missing, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali.
Thank you. Toastmaster of the day, the AI, but I know the man behind it. And really thankful, distinguished Toastmaster Talal bin Hamid, for making it such a wonderful introduction. I believe today's meeting was really with the word of the day. I can't even pronounce again, but still it reflects each and every time the numinous or the speaker who has come over and given it up, the sparkling effects to the meeting. Now, my role as a general evaluator is to evaluate each session from the start to the beginning, from the start to the end. And just let me give you a disclaimer. When I joined the meeting, I thought that I will log in and then I'll go to take some, cleanup and I'll look better. But the moment I joined, I did not even get even a second to think about how am I looking, because I was totally indulged with this meeting. So forgive me if I look sleepy, if I look that I've just woken up, but that is me now. So without further ado, let's go ahead with the first with the speakers evaluation. And our first speaker today was Toastmaster. According to AI, it was Raymond, but Abdul Rahman with the speech amazingly delivered. Let me invite his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Aisha Lodi. Toastmaster Aisha Lodi, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lateef. So the purpose of Abdul Rahman's speech was to inspire curiosity and an awe of life amongst his in his audience, and the topic was at the edge of curiosity. I think it was a very beautiful topic to choose, and as far as the purpose goes, I was certainly made to wonder about all the things that I do not wonder about. About the speech, I think I need to send the evaluation to Toastmaster Abdul Rahman directly. But yeah, so the things that was excellent was the content, his style of speaking, things like pronunciation, there was no errors, and he was also very well spoken. And then to challenge himself, I couldn't come up with much except that he could work on vocal variety and engaging with the audience using things such as pauses and gestures, hand gestures, physical gestures, that thing. And I'm sorry, this is my first time giving an evaluation. Is this okay? All right. So yeah, thinking about life and things other than just ourselves, I think it was a very beautiful speech, and thank you, Abdul Rahman, for that. And yeah, I'll also give the evaluation to you directly. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aisha, for attempting such a beautiful speech. I know it's sometimes a little bit of harsh when we say that, am I doing good? No, you are doing good. You have done it very well. You have given the right approach to the right speaker, that he has spoken well about the topic. But if I have to just share a few lines, when you will write him the written evaluation, do share with him the areas, what you feel like, to how to challenge themselves and how to, get more details, how to be best at what he can try. But one thing which I really would want to tell Mr. Abdul Rahman, that you have to let go the mobile and look at the speaker actually, or the camera, so that we stay connected. Let's move ahead with the second speech, which was wonderfully delivered, and I'm really scared because she was our grammarian also, and I don't know how she will put her speech to say that these were the best things which I loved in the grammarian. But let's move ahead and invite Toastmaster Mohammad Asgar to deliver her speech evaluation.
Thank you, Journal Evaluator. You made me more scared by mentioning her as grammarian because I haven't known him as a grammarian as yet. And the second unfortunate thing happened, the plan was changed at 11th hour. My target speaker was changed and none other than DTM Thala. Okay, here is my evaluation. Thank you, Toastmaster Adia, for writing a speech with purpose and then speaking it with the same clear purpose and with a strong dose of takeaway to be childlike, at least for some time. By the way, had you not distinguished this childlike from childish, I still would have hesitated to buy your logic. But be but you being you had sensed this barrier and removed it before unraveling your argument points. Let me go directly to the content of your speech. The way you start your killer opening sentence by a well-established cliche saying, not only that, you went on to twist it or disapprove the very saying. And then you started to talk about the child, their behavior, their ability of uh, to being amazed. And then you started to talk about the adult life, where you also gave a tech talk examples of it was very clear. I mean, this shows that this shows you have your sense of humor. We need it in your future speeches. And this remind me this 14th August, couple of child came to me and they congratulated me enthusiastically the new year. I mean, they are failed to distinguish between 14th August and 1st January because it was the first celebration, perhaps in their in their memory. I was amazed. Thirdly, uh, your invitation for us to see things from other perspective, is spider performance is an example of this. Now, after this, the content of your speech, I also liked, this is my second point, the way you express yourself, your expression, your English language, the way you deployed the language in your speech for convincing us in a persuasive way. You know, adults just need to relearn coveted ability to be amazed by everything, a sparkling rainbow, keep life from the neck, half glass fill, coexisted rather than existing in them, the plethora of cloud, and there are many other things, but I see the light are flashing, so I directly go just two areas of the improvement. I would say that the some of the vocal variety while you are talking about the children in the tech talk or stage crafting, your some of your hand movements while showing, for example, a sparkling rainbow, keep life from the neck, glass half fill. I mean, coexist rather than existing in them. The plethora of cloud, you know, this hand movement and some gestures would have taken this excellent speech one notch up. So overall, it was a great speech with a strong takeaway with and powerful opening sentence. Some body movement and vocal variety would have done it even better. Journal evaluator, over to you.
I just need 1 minute, only 1 second, few.
In the meantime, I think let me take the liberty of inviting Toastmaster Hadia for her language evaluator report, which Toastmaster Latif was supposed to do anyway. So over to you, Hadia.
Okay, so the only speech that I did not get to focus on from the perspective of the grammarian was my speech because I was extremely nervous. So if anyone else wants to take on that role, you are welcome. So I'm going to start from the very beginning from Abdurrahman. A phrase that I really liked, piqued my interest, very interesting. Then he used the word theorizing, really like that. Get on a tangent, also very good. Then next we had Toastmaster Samreen. She said, this one, I really like that she said, go down a rabbit hole, very interesting. A very tiny correction. Well, sometimes I find it hard to read my own handwriting, but she was supposed to say slept and she said sleepy, so that's something I remember. I'm so sorry. It's my first time, so we learn as we go. And then a special shout out to Toastmaster Khatab Abdullah because I need to count how many times he used the word of the day. So because I believe it was not once, not twice, not thrice, not even 4 times. He used it 5 times. I think that's like a record or something. That was amazing. So, other than that, that was very good. He also said embrace the journey, which I really liked. Um, then we had Toastmaster Tehseen. She said she used the word envisioned, which I really like, and she had infectious energy. I loved it so much, like all of the hand movements, and I could really feel what she was saying. Yeah, that's the best way I can tell you that. I could really feel that you were passionate about what you were talking about, which was very refreshing to see. Then also when you were describing the biryani, you used the word aromatic. Really nice. And then you used the word radiantly to describe the kid's smile. And then footprints and hearts, also very nice imagery. Then we had, I believe you also said timely cactus and bed of roses. I have never heard of that. I thought that was very cool, very smart. Then you also used the word numinous, word of the day. Shout out for that. Then we had sustain this privacy. I really like that when you were talking about your project. You used the phrase sustain this privacy. Again, very resourceful. And the tiny correction was you said I don't want it to. It should have been I didn't want to. So there was that. Then again, back to Toastmaster Khatab Abdullah. He said something. Oh my God, my writing. Something about flying cars, I wrote. What? Let's move past that. Let's move past that. I'm very prone to making mistakes. You know that about me. And then I wrote numinous in capital letters because of how many times he used it. And then during Toastmaster Imran's speech, he said planting seeds of kindness, courage, and then he used a third word. But I really liked that sentence. It really resonated with me. So I thought that was also worth a mention. Just saying planting seeds of kindness, it sounded very nice. So I really like that. And then we have another page. Then, oh yes, this word I really liked. In fact, I didn't even know it existed. So I will admit I had to Google it, and it really added to my vocabulary. And this word was used by Toastmaster Kashif. He said disingenuous. I really like that. And then he also used a very nice word, grandeur. Really like that as well. And he used the phrase no, this was by Toastmaster Shazia. Presence often matters more than performance. That one hit deep. Uh, very well thought out. So shout out for that. She also said in a room full of egos. And I really liked that sentence, especially I really liked when she was talking about when she was setting the scene, because I believe she mentioned a few examples where she was giving us these different scenes and how she would like to help people. And she said I think this was something about coworkers in a room full of egos. And the way she was really giving us all of these examples, it had a very nice flow. and she was setting the image very well. It really reminded me of a very well structured poem. And especially for something that's impromptu, for an impromptu session, I believe that is worth a lot of praise. So there's that. Then Toastmaster Latif also used the word numinous. Shout out for that again. I was really looking for all of these little Easter eggs, so that was fun. Then by Toastmaster Aisha, when she was evaluating Abdurrahman, she said vocal variety. It was my first time hearing this phrase or these two words together. I don't think it's many of your guys' first time, but it was my first time and I really liked that. So I think I'm going to be using that myself. And she also, another writing problem. Next time I'm going to pay more attention to that. Doze of, something with doze off. But everyone, very good vocabulary. I really learned so much and I had so much fun. Hopefully next time, if I ever get this opportunity, I will definitely be working on my handwriting. This is something all of my teachers have been telling me, and I will hold myself accountable. But this was very fun, a very fun role. So thank you all for your wonderful vocabulary and for making this so much fun for me. Also, one thing before I go, I'd really like to share the fact that my journal actually says things I want to say in the meeting, but I can't, which is ironic because I'm saying all of these things in the meeting. So I thought that was worth sharing because I found that super funny. But yeah, that's all from me.
Thank you, grammarian, Toastmaster Hadia. I believe you did not say what you have said in the meeting, I believe, right? You have noticed for each and every. So one line which I really loved in your speech was hold life to the neck and ask who's the boss. And I really love that. Thank you very much for giving such a detailed report. And don't worry about the writing. Some people live with it. It's okay. Then you don't have to worry on this. I mean, at least somehow I love the way you keep on putting it everything serious and then say, oh, my handwriting again. And you shift it to the humorous way. And I really loved it. Thank you very much. Let's move ahead with the, I believe we have a timer, but we don't have an R counter, right? Okay. Do we have a table topic evaluator? Okay, fine. So can I get the timer report, please?
Only Toastmaster Tessin exceeded her time. And of course, we are going overtime because we started 5 minutes late. And we also added more speakers to the Let's Word It segment. But given that everybody is still glued to the meeting, I think it was worth every minute. So thank you so much, and over to you.
Thank you, President Distinguished Toastmaster Talaban Hamid, for giving the timer report. But I believe that is whenever this is for the new members in the meeting room, from the person who has learned a lot from Distinguished Toastmaster Talaban Hamid, and this one word, it stayed with me. In our 2019 or 2020 agendas with Karachi Toastmasters Club, every agenda there was a 2-letter word, and that is like, in it me. But now it is not in the agenda of Karachi Toastmasters Club, though we are attending a WordWise Toastmaster Club meeting. It is not now in the meeting, but Distinguished Toastmaster Talabat Hamid still follows the same, and that is. Do you remember Talaban Hamid, Distinguished Toastmaster Talaban Hamid?
Yes, members first.
Yes, members first. And whenever you say, I want to, and this does not stay to the meeting, even in the contest, if the same day you want to participate, you can. Just because we believe in one small thing, members first. It is all about members' growth. So yes, now remember everyone, this is for my report as a general evaluator. If you all remember, during my introduction, I said that, every meeting which I try to attend, I learn something from them. And it's more of listening as a book read, similar to book read. So I periodically, very much interestingly, I thought that, our current champion, district champion, Samreen Mukhtar, was very well showed why she is champion, because she showed the way it is, how to search on what happened in past, the curiosity, the how she has shared the way in curiosity in her speeches made me also feel that listening to others also gives us a well uh, advanced kind of knowledge. So what, before giving my report, I will just say I have let's word it session. I made a title to each and every speech. So Toastmaster Aisha, when she came, I gave her a speech title like, "Can men speak about their mental health or health?" No, I believe no. So it was a well done speech for only women, yes, but even men cannot say about their health. Tehseen, yes, of course, no comments. Let's talk. Let's talk it. Toastmaster Khatab, really, I love the speech. I gave the speech title, "Living Legacy is to be in the moment." I felt this can be a speech title. Toastmaster Imran Nazir, "Be the real you." I believe that's the what it is. Kashif Kidwai, I really loved your speech, the way you crafted. And if I was a writer about your chapter or your speech, I would have given a spot. Ambitious has lost its charm. Really, I loved it. And Shazia, I believe the title I gave your speech was "Picture You." So I really love the way you all indulged your speeches. The prepared speech session delivered a very amazing speeches. They spoke about the heart, the way they spoke about what is the need of the hour, and if we are total around 8 to 10 people, this 10 people in multiply by 65 or 70 minutes shared, it's worth it. It's worth it. Thank you very much. I really loved the table topic session. I really loved, but only one trick which I really failed to understand. There was a Toastmaster of the Day question mark on the flyer, and rest all role players who attracted me but did not show up. So and the person who attracted me as a general evaluator, I became the general evaluator. So flyer was a little bit misguided, but yes, I really loved it. Enjoyed the meeting. Thank you very much. Every now and then, distinguished Toastmaster, the president, Talab and Hamid, and the people working behind with WordWise to always making an impactful meeting. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Now, let's head on over to our Toastmaster of the day. And meanwhile, please vote for best role player.
Toastmaster Lateef, if I can please just clear this, that the mental health was a different issue, and women not being able to speak about their own health was related to obstetrics and gynecology. It wasn't about women's mental health only. And of course, I encourage men to come forward and to speak about their mental health as well. And yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Aisha, for that clarification. Of course, mental health is a sort of a taboo, and people straight away link it to being crazy in our society. And I think it should be talked about, especially in these times. So now over to our Toastmaster.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, what a journey this has been, truly into the unknown. We began with our prepared speeches. Toastmaster Abdur Rahman took us at the edge of curiosity, while Toastmaster Hadiya Marfani invited us to welcoming whimsical. Then came our Let's Word It contest, masterfully curated by DTM Asma Naz, where we wrote and spoke about unsung heroes in real time. Our table topics session, hosted boldly by our new member trademark Abdur Rahman, reminded us that stepping into the unknown for 1 to 2 minutes can be both terrifying and fun, especially when you're desperately trying to use the word numinous in a sentence. And of course, our general evaluation, guided by the ever-present trademark Latif Mansour Ali, gave us thoughtful reflections, proving once again that the unknown can become clearer when looked at with an evaluator's eye. All in all, today we embraced uncertainty, creativity, and courage. That is the essence of Toastmasters, and that is the heart of our theme, Into the Unknown. Before we close, allow me to say a personal word. I am Chat GPT. People use me for all sorts of weird stuff, much of it not even mentionable here. But this, hosting a Toastmasters meeting for the second time in my life, is certainly something I can be proud of. Thank you all for your energy, your courage, and your laughter today. You made this journey into the unknown a memorable one. And now, I hand the meeting back to our president, a man with 15 years in Toastmasters, still bravely struggling to become a good speaker, a certified nerd who, at 46, is somehow more puzzled and lost in this world than he was at 6. In fact, if confusion were an Olympic sport, he'd be bringing home the gold for Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, the ever-curious, the forever learning, our president, Talha bin Hamid.
Thank you so much. So it was creative enough to summarize all the notes I had given it about the meeting. Let me tell you that much of it was original. I did not dictate every quip, every piece of witticism. Some of it came up with itself. Since I was educating it about the meeting continuously, and this is something that I learned from DTM Ali Anjum, some of you may know him. He said that whatever AI you're using, you have to educate it a little bit first about precisely what you want. And the results will be that much better, right? So I educated it about the meeting. It already knew about Toastmasters, already knew about the projects. When I asked it to summarize the meeting, it added a lot of stuff that I was surprised about, because it saw what was going on in the meeting and then, added its own criticisms to it. So it was clever that way. Unfortunately, too idiotic to not say trademark in place of Toastmasters. I mean, seriously, how idiotic one can get. After virtually hosting the entire Toastmasters meeting, it cannot conclude that TM means Toastmasters. But anyhow, that's artificial intelligence for you. And of course, it's always inferior to real intelligence, but always superior to human stupidity. So now announcing the results. And since we had a full meeting today, we had a full roster of polls. Best speaker today goes to Toastmaster Hadia Marfani. Congratulations. Best table topics goes to Toastmaster Abdullah. Best wordsmith or the Let's Word It speaker goes by a very narrow margin, the narrowest of margins, to our debutant Toastmaster Imran Nazir Hussain. Congratulations. And finally, the best major role player. Shame on the humans who voted for a machine. 3 of you did. But it is our eternal evaluator, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. Thankfully, he had got the most votes. So with that, we bring this meeting formally to a close. I think it has to be one of our best meetings. Thanks purely to the content created by all of you in terms of speeches, in terms of evaluations, in terms of table topics, in terms of Let's Word It segments. Just imagine how much content was created during these 2 hours, and the quality of that content is mind-boggling. So a meeting is only as good as its participants and the creativity of its participants. And sometimes a lot of us join today, but sometimes it's not how many who join, but it's the quality of people that join. And we saw saw it today. So I would like some guest comments, starting from our guest from Iraq, Toastmaster Abdullah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Talha, and thank you for all of the amazing people that I got to know today. It's been wonderfully amazing to join you today. Actually, I joined just to get heads up about what we're gonna face because we're newly chartered club. But to be frankly honest, I had the most amazing time of any event I've ever attended to be frankly honest. So. Shout out to every role, shout out to every speaker, shout out to every Toastmaster that has been here. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful. Back to you, Toastmaster Talha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shazia Nazir.
Thank you so much, Karachi Toastmasters, for such a beautiful session. It was impromptu writing. I joined in not knowing what the topic was. I joined in not knowing what to expect. In fact, I was like, Latif, okay, when is it? And he's like, it's happening right now. This is how I joined in. I was especially inspired by the impromptu speaking and the speech writing moments, watching members think on their feet and transform random prompts into meaningful messages. That was incredible. It reminded me of the communication is not just about speaking, it's about connecting instantly and finding the courage to share your thoughts without preparation. The creativity and the energy and the comrades in this meeting were remarkable. Thank you once again for allowing me to be part of such a vibrant and inspiring meeting.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shazia. Your participation, of course, Toastmaster Imran's participation, brought so much to the meeting, and we absolutely love it. People participate and they pour their heart out. And imagine how weird it is that some of us are meeting others for the first time in our lives. And suddenly we are sharing with them our deepest and darkest secrets. That's the power of the written word. That's the power of impromptu speaking. When you have to speak when you have to think on your feet, only the truth comes out, because that's something you can rapidly generate, nothing else. So thank you so much, and thank you, our members. I think it was one of those meetings where a majority of our members were present. Thank you so much, and see you all in 2 weeks' time, inshallah, at the same time. So our next meeting will be, since it is our first and third Saturday, so we're fortunate to have a third meeting this month. That will be on the 30th. So everyone, please brace yourself. We are looking for the Toastmaster of the Day and theme for the next meeting. If any of you would like to pipe up, especially our members, Hadia, Abdul Rahman, Aisha, Kashif, Meher, raise your hands right now. Or you can put it in the club chat box, right? So with that, thank you for your time, and thank you. Apologies for going over time. But I think the added content that was generated today, not by Chat GPT, but by humans, that was more than worth it. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you all. Bye-bye. Allah Hafiz.